Hello, it's Ness Tilson here. This is a short video to show how to set up worktops in Polyboard. It's often the case that when we're doing installing kitchens or workbenches, that we build base cabinets without any top, and then we will assemble them together and then add a worktop. And this is the case, for instance, in this particular project, where we have a series of cabinets inserted between two walls. I've made the walls here transparent. We've added decorative columns to these cabinets, and now what we want to do is add a worktop. How do we do this in Polyboard? Well, Polyboard 5 has got a neat worktop function which you can use. If we have a look at how this works, Polyboard 5, if you just select all your cabinets and then click right into the cabinet, there is a create countertop command. If you click on create countertop and you click OK, Polyboard will in fact create a countertop which is above, sitting on top of the cabinet. The problem being, of course, that Polyboard will use the outer contour of all the cabinets. So here we have a countertop which is actually following the outer side, the outer face of all the cabinets, which is not really what I would do here. I mean, this makes it a bit complicated. I would say that on these base cabinets, I really want is just one straight square, rectangular worktop. So how do I do that? Well, there is two ways of doing it. I'm going to show you one way using the countertop, how to use the countertop command in Polyboard, which is quite a neat way. Let's get rid of this cabinet top and go back into our work area. How do I make Polyboard sit a rectangular cabinet of a worktop onto all these cabinets? Well, the easiest way to do this is just to create a new model, edit this new model, and here I have a new model that I've edited. And what have I done? This model is in fact just it's a model which I'm going to use. I'll just call it a model, because I'm going to use it not as a cabinet but to place other elements of my project. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off everything. Look, I've taken everything off except the top. I've only left the top, and the height of this cabinet is going to be exactly the same height as all my other cabinets, and the width of the cabinet is going to be the total length of my worktop. So the total length of my worktop, of course, I've got from this wall to this wall, which I get from my measuring tool, my horizontal measuring tool, and I click here and I click here, I get 3250, and my worktop, my model, is 3250 long, and the depth of my worktop here is the depth of the cabinets plus the overlap that I want the worktop to be. So now I've prepared this sort of virtual model, all I have to do is take the model, clip it onto the walls, and now I have my virtual model. If you have a look here, it in fact has a 19mm top, but it is actually penetrating into these cabinets because it's the same height. But if I click this virtual model and I now say create a countertop, Polyboard will create a countertop for this model, and I will have now a countertop which is resting on the model, and the model is just the top here, which I'm going to get rid of now. So I'm going to take the model, and in here, let's get rid of the model. Let's get rid of the model now. Let's change the angle of the view, and the model is, get rid of the model here. I'll just get rid of it, and now we have our worktop on top of our cabinets with the overlap that I want, and it's just a straight edged worktop. The worktop is an element which only shows up in the project mode, but will be counted in the cutting lists. So if I want to change the material, I can change material here and add, for instance, let's add a worktop edging of 40mm, and here we have an oak type worktop of 40mm thick, just sitting on our cabinets. So here we have now the countertop in oak, added to our project with the overlap here that we consider a good overlap for our base cabinets. So I hope that's been interesting for you. In another video we'll go into more depth in countertops. Countertops can get quite complicated. We have to be able to cut them out, and Polyboard 5 does give you the possibility to do cutouts in the countertop for inserting sinks and cooking units, etc. So we'll have a look at that in another video. Thanks for looking, and I hope that this video has been interesting for you and that you're enjoying your using Polyboard. Goodbye.